Before I move on to the next question, I wanted to just pause here for a second, give you another example from the problem that we just talked about. So I made up a chart right here. It was how many hours I spent and how many batches of cookies I could make, but we know that's unreasonable, right? I just made up some numbers here. So it would be batches of cookies that I made. So 1 hour I could make 5 batches, 2 hours, 10 batches, 3 hours, 15 batches, and 4 hours, 20 batches. Absolutely unreasonable, but you get the idea, okay? I just needed some numbers and I needed an example. So first I need to find out, is it proportional, okay? How can you find that out? Well, think about it for a second, and I've got to see, what did I do to the x to get to the y? Okay, so I make a ratio with my y over top of my x, so it's always going to be like this, okay? I'm going to put my dependent variable above my independent variable, okay? And so I'm just going to say 5 over 1, and I simplify that, and that equals 5, right? And so I've got to double check this. So what did I do to the 1 to get to the 5? I multiplied times 5. Okay? What did I do to the 2 to get to 10? I multiplied times 5, but 10, just to prove it, 10 over 2 equals 5. And so these two are the same. They're proportional. Let's double check the rest of them. You have to check every single one. So 15 over 3 equals 5. And so we're proportional still. And same thing here, 20 over 4 is proportional. It also equals 5. So now that it's proportional, so it's proportional because it's constant. It's constant. I constantly make 5 batches per hour. I must be like a machine, right? So proportional is check. So now I can use a formula for it to show the constant rate. Okay? And so that formula is always going to be the same. Equals y equals kx, and that k is my constant. This is your constant. Whenever you put the y over the x, whatever you get when you simplify that is your constant. That's important for you to understand. Whatever y is over x, that's your constant. You know why? Because if I want to find out this relationship, if I want to find out what x equals, guess what? If I want to get that k by itself, how do I get that k by itself? I divide by x. What do I do over here? I divide by x. And so left over here, you have k. What do you have over here? Y over x equals k. So it's just going to be y over x. So that's how you can prove it. So here's my formula though. So my formula is y equals my constant, which is 5, x. Simple as that. Okay, that's it. You just substitute in the constant and you keep everything else the same. So if I erase all this for you, let's see if I can quickly take care of that. I want to pull up another page, your next page, because it's a little bit different. So go ahead and turn to page, I think it's 126 at this point. I'm going to pull it up here.